Welcome back to Reviews with Ronel. Today's book, The Wicked Lovely series by Melissa Marr. Wicked Lovely. Aisling can see the Fae in all their splendor and wickedness. She'd known her whole life not to attract their attention or let them know that she can see them. There were rules she followed that kept her safe, until two fairies started to follow her. Everything she knew about her world gets turned upside down. She's in love with Seth, a normal mortal guy who lives in a remodeled train, lots of iron to keep them safe from the Fae. Keenan is the Summer King, and he believes that Aisling is his queen. He'd do anything to make it so. Seth loves Aisling enough to stand by her against the Fae who threaten to take all normalcy away. Donia has to do the Winter Queen's bidding and keep Aisling from choosing Keenan. But she loves Keenan and knows that if Aisling is the one, the game she's been stuck in for decades will finally be over. Unless, of course, the Winter Queen kills her in a fit of temper. I love the snippets from reference books about the Fae at the start of each chapter. Aisling is a strong girl who does what's necessary to keep those she loves safe, even if it's not according to plan or anyone's expectations. There are scenes in the book that require a trigger warning, but the age warning, 13+, should suffice for most. I really like the world building and the great characters. This can work as a standalone too if you're not into reading series. I recommend this to all who love fairies, folklore, and a bit of magic. Ink exchange. Leslie is running from things that happened to her, trying to reclaim her body as hers. Getting a tattoo, marking her body, making it hers again, seemed like a good idea. Only the tattoo she chose draws her into a world of shadows. Fairy. It's brilliantly written. I enjoyed all the detail of how tattoos work and how the author incorporated it into a fairy world. This book should have a trigger warning. Both Leslie and Neil have been hurt badly. Both of them deal with their memories. Both of them are survivors. This might trigger memories for other survivors of abuse. This is a good standalone novel in the series, and definitely worth reading. It is a little emotionally draining, but that's the point. Leslie heals, Neil heals, Ariel changes. The author handles the themes with great care and compassion. I can't wait to read the next book again. I recommend this to all who love folklore, fairies, and a bit of magic. Fragile Eternity. Seth loves Aisling. Only problem, he is a mortal and she is a fairy queen. So he sets off on a mission to become Fae himself. It's a great book, if you've read the previous two. You can get lost in the world the author created. There's so much tension and possibility that your imagination can run wild. It's not as good as the previous two books, but it is fun to read. My favorite parts were the scenes with the High Queen in her world. This book, just like the rest of the series, is more new adult than young adult. The characters have to figure out who they want to be and how to get there. Radiant Shadows. Devlin has served the High Court for all of eternity, done the bidding of the High Queen without fail, except when he didn't kill Annie on her command. Annie is different. She has all the abilities and hungers of a hound, and of a dark court fairy. Plus, she can feed off mortals. She's special. War wants to use her, reason wants to kill her, and Devlin will do anything to keep her safe. A brilliant story, a full standalone novel. You'll probably want to read the previous books to catch up on all the relationships, allegiances, and history. My favorite part is when Annie realizes where she and Devlin truly belong, and all that follows that realization. Though categorized as a young adult novel, I believe this falls more into new adult genre. Darkest Mercy. The conclusion to the war brewing since the first book. You'll have to have read all of the previous books for this one to make any sense. I'm glad that the book focused more on Donia. She's been my favorite character from the start. I enjoyed the battle scenes and how grief was described in this book. Keenan finally did something, several somethings, to make me like him. I like the inclusion of Anko and the Dark Man. They're actually one being in folklore. It was interesting seeing the role of death as two entities. Well written and highly enjoyable. And that's all I can say without any spoilers.